as you can hear, the flex is a little louder than what it normally is. And that's because the other night it wanted to flex on a Ferrari by flexing its EcoBoost engine, and in that process of flexing on the Ferrari, it broke its flex pipe. She's getting too old to be doing that kind of crap. And then I have to go and fix it. I guess I have to learn how to weld in the wintertime. What are you doing? I've got the sun in my eye. Really? Welcome back to the channel, folks. As you saw in the little intro there, the Flex found a Ferrari and decided to flex its EcoBoost on that Ferrari, thereby breaking a flex pipe. She's getting too old to be doing this kind of stuff. I mentioned I wanted to learn how to weld. Well, right now I can't really go out and buy a welder and then teach myself how to weld right now in winter. It's also cold out here. My hands are purple. I'm cold. So to get this repair done, to get me by, I hatched this idea of using two products to temporarily repair this or permanently repair this repair. The first product was this exhaust putty from Permatex. And the idea is using the putty to fill the gap between the flex pipe and its flange, using a heat gun to cure that, and then using a exhaust tape, repair tape, and going around that repair, using a heat gun to cure that to add structural rigidity. That's the idea. So welcome to Ford Flex Exhaust Repair Part 1, the cheap way. And we're going to pick up with me under the vehicle, attempting to do this repair in like 20-degree weather because it's cold and it's winter. So the short video that I talked about when my Flex decided to flex on a Ferrari and it broke its flex pipe, well, this is the flex pipe. So right here is the hole. The real repair would be going to Ford and getting a whole new flex pipe itself, but I don't have the money at the moment to do that. So we're going to try and take the cheap way out and use two things. The first one is going to be this putty to fill the hole, and the second thing is going to be this tiger tape to wrap around this to have some kind of structural support. And then at some point down the road, I'll probably later in the summer or next year go to Ford and replace these actual pipes. Now this flex pipe is aftermarket. You can see the weld right here. This was part of the project when I put the MagnaFlow exhaust on. Now, before we get started, it says, without running it over, that I need to clean this area. So using a steel brush and not standing underneath of this thing, because I don't want this in my face, we're going to clean this up as best as I can, standing 30 feet away from it. And then we're going to get up in here if I can. This is a very old vehicle. Well, this is just going to have to do. I think that made the hole bigger. Okay, well, that's as good as that's going to get. Now, I'm going to use this stuff right here. And it says knead the putty first. So I'm going to knead it in this package and then carefully rip this open. And then it says apply with a putty knife. I don't have one on me at the moment. Oh, I see. But I am using gloves. So the trick then is to use this around this hole, which I probably should have got some chicken wire and put some chicken wire here as support for as large of a hole that this is going to be. And this glove is not working to my best interest here at all. Boy, this job's a little junky, a little janky looking. Not to mention the fact that I really can't reach all around where I'm at. So I'm kind of like, you know, feeling for the hole here and kind of making sure I'm near it kind of thing, you know? Because I can't really, I guess I could have put a mirror right here. You know, but I guess that's those mechanics things that they teach you that you tend to learn. Well, you tend to learn those things on your own, right? Now I really, well, that was, I don't know what the hell I was thinking there, but that's not really, that's, well, that kind of didn't work out that well. And this patch, this Permatex muffler tape and putty, it came in, gives me 2 packages per 1 package. So I guess that's pretty good. But the thing is I don't really have light up here. I guess I should have started up at the top and then worked my way down so I could see through the crack here about if there's daylight up here. I didn't think about that at the moment. But we're pretty much, or I'm going to pretty much use this whole package here. I think this stuff I bought at the big box automotive store was like $11. So $11 versus, I was saying earlier I wanted to weld. Well, I don't know how to weld, so I'd have to teach myself how to weld, and I want to weld with like TIG, and that's gas welding. So to teach myself to weld, I wanted to get a welder that did both TIG and flex core. Well, those welders are kind of expensive, like $600-700 expensive. And I didn't want to spend that much money right now on something I didn't really know how to do at the moment. So I kind of went this route instead. But I do believe that welding will be a useful skill for me. You know what else would be a useful skill? Actually learn how to be a mechanic. But I think we're doing okay. So I think using this whole package here and using my finger here to kind of like plug this hole up, we're going to be okay. Then I'm going to use the heat gun over there to fast dry this stuff. The package says I could use the engine and idle the engine, but putting positive pressure inside the pipe could probably blow this out. And that's not what I want to do. And I can't really see at the top of this where I'm at. And moving this whole unit moves this putty around, and I don't really want to be doing that either. So with that done at the moment, boy, this makes a mess. But when you're cheap like me, you have to do what you have to do for short-term fixes. I don't think this is going to be a long-term fix, simply because I don't know what you're going to see on camera because the way I have the lens and the camera at the moment. But you see, there's rust in my mouth. Right here, this coupler of this aftermarket flex pipe that I have loaded on, this is rusting away. So at some point, this is going to blow out too. So I'm going to have to replace these flex pipes right here. And at that point, well, I'm going to have to just get a whole new damn flex pipe. So I might as well just replace it from Ford when I have the dough to do that. Now, with that done, I'm going to use the heat gun to dry this. So using the heat gun, I sped up the process of drying this. Now, it's not cured all the way, but it's cured enough. Now, the trick is to use this tiger wrap around this, and this doesn't look like it's all that really sticky. So I'm not sure how this is gonna work. But the idea was I wanted to have that like right here, so that I could have like a brace. Oh, I might need the heat gun on for this to heat this up. There we are. So then I need scissors to try and cut this where I can create like this seal. To be fair, I ain't never used this stuff, but it looks very freaking sticky. Hence why I'm wearing gloves. Okay, that looks like that worked just fine. Use our heat gun. Oh. This may not work that as well as I thought it would, because I can't get this to stick on there. So now we're trying this again by cutting it how I need it. I'm using the heat gun over here to heat it up. And then I'm nonchalantly placing it up and over. And it's sticking to my gloves. Yeah, the thing is, this isn't really sticking to this putty like I thought it would. It's just not sticking. And then it's creating, it's sticky, but it's creating a damn mess for me. Well, I thought this would be easier than this, but apparently I'm doing it wrong. Let's go up at the top here. You're probably supposed to pull this really tight too. Oh, see? We're having some issues. Boy, I hope this doesn't have to pass an award for being the most prettiest, because this is not going to be the most prettiest thing I've ever done here. And something tells me that it's still going to leak out the top of this. I need another piece of this to kind of get to where I want to go here. And this piece I'm going to try and put over here and go up and over. Probably would be easier if I had a lift doing this, but I don't have a lift. I have these platform that I'm sitting, or that the Flex is sitting on, that I use. Now, this should go up in here, go up over here, pull it really tight. It's pulling my glove. Ooh. This whole unit is like not sticking to anything, so it's all really loose. And that may be because I don't know. So I have a feeling that this may quiet it down, but I'm still gonna have a leak right here at the end of this, because right here where this flange is at, I have a feeling is where it's gonna really leak, because this Permatex, or this sticky stuff, didn't really adhere like I thought it would. So I left the repair to sit overnight. I come out here today after work, and we're going to see if it still leaks. Oh man, so much quieter. I hear a little bit of a leak, so let's go underneath and see closer. here I am under the vehicle, and as you can hear, she is running, so I gotta be careful because this is all gonna be kind of hot. I don't hear any hissing from this repair. That's a good thing. But I also noticed that this, I don't know if it's gonna see on camera, this tiger patch isn't really hard. I don't think I hear any leaks. There might be a slight leak, but it's not as loud as it was. But I noticed this patch isn't really hardened all the way. It's still kind of malleable right here in the edges. See how this is kind of flaking away? Right here. Oh, see how it just peels away. So I don't know how that's gonna work and how that's gonna last, or how long it's gonna last. Well, as you can hear, as you can see, the repair that I tried to do right here didn't really work. I took the Flex on a 60-mile trip and obviously it blew everything out on me. Right now it's running. It is like 14 degrees Fahrenheit, air temp, wind chill's like below zero. I'm gonna leave this running so it might make it easier for me to do this repair. Or it's gonna be the hell with it and it's gonna stay like that until I replace the whole pipe. So I got this newer Tiger Wrap, or not Tiger Wrap, I got this new wrap. I don't remember the brand of it off the top of my head, but it's so cold out here right now that the liquid that's in here is starting to freeze on me. So I have limited amount of time. Oh, this is gonna make a damn mess. Oh my God. Okay, we're gonna lay that over there. I gotta unfold this while it's making a mess. Well, here goes nothing. What do you say? I don't know. Oh, does that come off? I bet that comes off. Damn it. Whoa! Well, it works, but it ripped on me and it's not sticking to the pipe. And then I had to hold the pipe. What the hell is the point of this? It's like using paper mache. I might have to turn the Flex off. As you can hear, I turned the Flex off. Maybe that'll allow this to stay on there better than what it was. Oh, I wonder if that's gonna stay on there. I wonder if that's got to be part of that. That's part of the thing. Because they were saying it's fiberglass. So let's go this way. Let's reach up and over. Well, let's take this little, let's get rid of that. Because clearly that wasn't going to work. So I'm thinking, and the directions are not very, at least these pipes feel nice and warm on my hands. I just going to make sure I don't burn the glove to my hand. So safety warning, don't be stupid, right? There we go. But the aluminum, whatever this foil is, I wonder if the foil itself comes off. That might make sense. And the white is the actual repair. I'm liking that idea much, much better. Well, this was definitely easy to put on than the other stuff that I'd had. That's for sure. I'm gonna go over this. That wind is cold. Doing this upside down is not something I want to be doing on a winter day. I can surely tell you that. Well, apparently, this is not going to work the way I want it to. Ooh, is it cold? I can't grip this to make this tight either. All right, let's see what this does. Well, the steam that you see right here, tells me that it's not really sealed all the way. It's not as loud as it was, I'll give it that. I'm gonna idle this for 20 minutes. See what happens, right? At least it's much quieter. This wrap just doesn't look like it's very tight on there. I mean, this whole thing is still loose. I got it. Oh! Well, hell. I got another wrap. And the directions do say that the foil and the wrap go on the pipe. So, this stuff, okay. It's not gonna unfold. Did I mention my hands are cold? Have I mentioned that? Where's the end of this? There you go. We're going to attempt this repair again. I'm going to do it with the foil down though. Ooh, that exhaust pipe was a little on the hot side. I'm just FYI and saying. Well, this is a royal pain in the ass. I'm just saying that right now. You know, I think at this point, I should have just spent the damn money and bought the damn flex pipe, put a new one on. And there's no way to really form this on there tight. Well, I'll be damned. Well, there's two bandages there. I'm not sure how well this is going to work though. I still have this foil from the other bandage. Although it rips too damn easily. And I don't think it's going to stay on. I might as well wrap the whole damn flex pipe in this stuff. That's not happening. This is already becoming jerry-rig everything here. I don't think this is going to get hot enough to set this resin. So I don't think this is still moving. This is still going to move right here. I think this is always going to be a weak point. So I think I kind of failed. Oh well. But it's quieter. It did the job for right now. We'll see how it holds up. I'll report back. As you can see, the repair that I tried to do the second time, it didn't hold. It actually didn't make it down the block before it let go. And looking at this closely, I can still see some of the white fiber from the second attempt that I tried to do, and I still see the aluminum foil, but it's still crispy, it's still malleable. So I'm not sure if I put it on when it was too cold outside and the exhaust just wasn't hot enough to really cure it or not. And I'm not really saying that the putty and the tape do work, and I'm not saying that they don't work. What I am saying is the scenario that I was trying to use them in and mending two complete separate pieces of pipe that were broke together is not setting them up for success. The putty is more for smaller repairs, small pinholes that you might have around the exhaust manifold. Maybe you have a leaky little weld that you might have done. The putty would be good for that. And the tape itself is more if the pipe is still there structurally and you have a small hole in that pipe, you can use the tape to kind of wrap that hole up. So then my only option is, well, $400 later, we have two new Motorcraft flex pipes. Interesting note though, this one is no longer for sale. Stay tuned for part 2. So if I do break it, I can just go to the dealer and get 2 new ones. The idea is to not break it though. Well, fuck my life.